Hi, this is Yarn Journey, and I'm going to talk about making this little bracelet that I call the water lily, because I thought these little charms look like water lilies. And I put them on a teal bracelet with lots of glitter bands to give reflections like on the water. To make one of these bracelets, I used 10 charms. I did 3 of them in pink with yellow centers, and 3 purple ones with yellow centers, and 4 yellow ones. And then I have 2 with purple centers and 2 with pink centers. So that's how many charms I needed to go around my wrist. So I won't talk too much about it, and we'll just see what we can get, and if we can get a charm. They're a bit tricky because the petal band is crossed just like on the Lily of the Valley. So that always makes it a little bit harder to pull out the petals evenly and keep them from twisting. So I'm going to put down my center band and focus the camera a bit. Sorry about that. And I probably will forget about focusing the camera. Every take that I've done on this, I can't seem to keep it totally in focus at all times, so I'm really sorry about that. It's just the nature of the way I'm filming this, I guess. Hopefully the concept's more important than the focus of the camera. Okay. Alrighty, so the first band that goes down is crossed. And then the petal band goes on, and it's also crossed. And then push everything down and put on one more band to make a fishtail. And then to make the center pop up like that, I did an inverted fishtail through the cross bands. Okay, so let's see if we can focus it in. So you can kind of see in there that I guess the top, that top one, you can kind of see in there that it's coming through the crossband. So the one crossband is coming, the pink crossband is coming through the yellow band, and then it's going around the top band. So can you see it how it's coming around this top band right here? So that's what it should look like. So that's pretty simple to get that raised center. It's only pulling out the loops that becomes difficult on this flower, because there's 2 things that make it different. Okay, so we've got the petal band on, and we've got the first holding band on, and this is the second holding band. We're going to put it at the bottom because we need to loop, we need to switch loop off the petals. Okay, and now we're going to put on the back pedal band at the bottom here, and we're going to switch loop off the front holding band. That's what I'm calling it, because there's always two bands that hold the loops in place, whether there's one set of loops or two. Like there's two sets of 5 loops on these flowers. And every time you do one of these switch loops, you actually get a choice of 2 loops to pull out. Either the one that's coming off, which will be lined up with the pegs, or the one that's doing the taking off, which is this band up here that we just did, and those loops will always come out in between the pegs. The trick is that the one that's being taken off, this one here, get that under there, this one here that's being taken off, that one's always going to be more prominent. So that one's the one that that's the one we hide when we make the roses, and we're going to have to hide it on this flower too. Okay, now this is almost the end of the looping, so I'm going to pull these two pegs, because theoretically, if this was a even frame with everything the same distance apart, these pegs should be out here, but they're not, because the versatility of this to make different size bracelets. So I'm going to take this one off here, just a regular fishtail stitch without going over 2, it's just going over 1. Okay, and then that's it. That's the flower. That's all we're going to do. And we're not going to put on a gathering or calyx band on this one, because we want the flowers flat to lay on the surface of this bracelet, to look like they're on the surface of the water. There is another bracelet, if I can find it here. This one has that calyx band on it, and they're bouncier, and they ride higher off the bracelet. So you can do that if that's what you want, and those are going to be easier to pull out than these ones. So now we're going to gather them up. I'm going to put this one on this way. Okay, and this one I'm taking off this way, and I'm putting it over here like this. That's kind of important. It helps, it's because the band is coming from the same side. So this one goes this way, and then this one needs to come off and go this way. Okay, it's just that one stitch, or that one loop, just kind of needs to go off the other way. Okay, so we're there, and we're going to take this off. Okay, I'm going to try to bring the camera in closer. I might cut the video when I'm doing this. Okay, so we have our little bloom here, and I'm pretty close. Let's see if I can get a little closer. I think he's still keeping focus. Okay, so we have our little bloom here. It doesn't look like much. Okay, here's why this one is so tricky. See these yellow bands that are coming in to this green band? Those are actually our back pedal bands. So that's what makes it pretty tricky. Okay, so first thing I do is I'm going to pull up on these. Wherever there's a cross, and I hope you can see it. It loops down under that V, and I'm just going to pull those all out just to get them out of the way, so that extra band isn't in underneath here. So I'm going to just pull them all tight and pull them up. And if I do it at the cross, I know I'm pulling that loop all the way up. Okay. Alrighty. Then we're going to do just like we did on the rose. And notice this isn't pulled really, really tight yet. And I don't think you have to even do it for for the bracelet. So I leave it a little bit looser because, like I said, this band here is actually, the back loop. So, but first, before we do anything, we're going to, just like the rose, and look for V's that are pointing towards the top, that have your front loop here. I need to get in focus because maybe shade it a little bit. It has this front loop and it has this second loop that we took off. That's the one we want to hide. And it's always going to be more prominent than this loop here that is the one that's coming from the band. Can you see it, how it's coming from this green band and it's coming around like this? Okay, but first we want to get rid of all these second loops back here. And there are V's that are pointing to the top of the flower. Okay, I just, pull up on them. And some are going to be more prominent than other ones. Hope that didn't get too out of focus, a little out of focus. Okay, I need to stay down. Okay, now I'm going to pull out my back loops first, the ones that are coming from this band. So you see it? It's coming, I hope you can see it. It's coming up around here like this. And that's what I'm going to pull. Just a little bit, just to get it started. And then the next one. It's right here. You can kind of see it. It's coming off from the side here. And depending on how your flower is oriented, yours are probably going to be pulled in a different order. So they won't look exactly like this unless you line everything up exactly like I have it lined up here. So it's this is the loop that we're pulling out. And we're going to turn it again. See this loop here? It's kind of on the side here. It's coming from the side. Okay, and then just one more. Right? I dropped it. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yes. Here we go. Just one more. And it's coming. This one's pretty tight. It's coming all the way from, if I can hold this out of the way with my finger, and still keeping in focus, it's coming all the way out here and going like this. And that's our last one of the bottom ones. And when I get those, when I get to this stage, I kind of look at it and make sure that they're all pretty even. And depending on how stretchy your bands are, sometimes they pull out pretty far. But how far this layer pulls out dictates how far you want to pull out the next layer to make a round looking flower. Okay, so we got these. And they're going to twist a little bit because of the nature of those two bands. This one is a twisted band. And this one's caught in here, so they have a little bit of trouble laying flat. So I'm only going to pull it out till it matches the back ones. Because this layer will be able to pull out a little bit more. It's because it's not caught as much. Sorry if I'm getting out of focus here, guys. Okay, and there we, and there we have a little teeny tiny water lily that has a flat bottom. And here's what it looks like at the back. See? Just kind of all, and it's kind of neat that that one rubber band can go from this this stem band and goes all the way out like that. Okay, so I'm going to turn off the camera, take off the macro lens, and show you how I set up the bracelet. Hi, we're back, and I'm going to show you how to set up the bracelet, and I'll do a lot of fast forwarding so it doesn't take too long. For the first pins, we're going to set it up in the staggered position because we're going to do diamonds. It's just a basic diamond bracelet. I think that's what it's called. So my first pins, I'm going to put a glitter band, a blue glitter band, and a teal band down. And that's just going to be the one that goes into the C-clip. So the pattern for the bracelet actually starts on this diamond. And for each diamond, I'm going to put down a blue glitter band first for water. And then I'm going to put a teal band here. I just liked how the teal looked with these yellows and pinks and all, so that's why I chose the teal rather than the blue. Then I'm going to put, this will be my first charm triangle or diamond over here, and I'm going to put a charm right in the middle of the, with the closure, or you know where the slip knot is, right here on the inside, and it goes around. And then since this is yellow, I'm going to put a gold glitter band on for the reflection on the opposite side. And then for the next diamond, it's going to be plain water diamond. So I'm going in between each diamond that has a flower in it. I made a diamond that didn't have a flower in it, so plain. So that's basically what I did. So the next one, I'll put this down, the blue glitter first. And then on this side, I always do this side first, and then this side. And then the next one I'm going to do is purple, but I want the flower to be on the opposite side. So I'm going to put the reflection down first, and then the flower. And I'm going to push everything down so I can put another plate. Okay, so then the next one would be water again. And I won't talk from that for right now because I'll probably fast forward. But the next one, the pink, will be right over here. Okay, we're at the end, and we're going to do one plain water square at the end, or diamond at the end. Okay, and then I'm going to put a cap band on this peg, just like we do on a regular bracelet, but I'm using a clear cap band, not a teal one. Oh, I'll just put it on. Okay, so that's it, and then we can start looming. So it's got the clear cap band on, which is probably hard for you all to see. I'm going to keep that on there. Hold it back, and I'm going to do this band off to this side first because that's the top one. Then I'm going to do this band. And then I like to do this band next, since my hook is over there. And then I like to do this band. And besides my hook being over there, these all cross in here, and I kind of like that. And then I have to remember to come back down here and get the blue band, the blue glitter band. So on each of these diamonds, that's what you're going to have to remember, is to come back and get this blue diamond band. So on this, the next one will be a glitter band first. And go slow on your glitter bands because they can break, and they're going through a lot of, they've got a lot of bands to catch on. And also be careful with the ones with charms on them too. Okay. Okay, and then I'm going to hold this out of the way so I can come and get the blue band underneath here and bring it around here. And make sure my flower comes on top. So I'm going to fast forward and do the rest of I'm going to do the rest of this and then fast forward the film. Or the video, not the film, the video. Okay, I'm at the end. I must not have put the bands on, pushed them down enough because I had a little trouble there getting the right band. So now I'm at the end. I'm going to take both of these bands and bring them up to this peg, and I'm going to put a C-clip on it. They're pretty tight, so it goes right on there. So okay, the C-clip's on there. Make sure. Yep. And then I'm probably going to take all of these outside loops off first, just so nothing breaks. Sometimes these will pop under the, have to pop them up onto the top. Okay, and do the other side too. And then it'll just pop right on off. Oops. Okay, so there we have our bracelet, and yeah, it's looking pretty good. Sometimes these will get so you want the outside to be on the outside. So if you can see, let me see. You just have to change the position sometimes of these. If this one in here is on the outside, then you just want to. So that's that. And then what I like to do for this side is I like to pull on this, clear band. And I'm going to put my hook through all of these. There, where the clear band is. Make sure I have them all. And then I'm going to pull the the same thing as I started with on this side. Pull it through like that. Put my fingers in. And then I'm going to put the other side of the C-clip through it. Like that. So that my two sides match. And then with this clear, I'm just going to cut it and take it out of there. And then as you notice that I only have 9 flowers here, and 2 of them are on the same side. So what, let's see, I have 2 pink and yellow, so I need another purple and yellow. And I'm going to go through the top loops, which should be the jelly band loops. Or not the jelly bands, the glitter loops. I'm just going to go through and pull my charm through here and fake it. Like this. And then plop this over the thing. And it kind of hides my little C-clip there. So that's what I did with the other one, so that it kind of gave the impression that they went zigzaggy around the whole bracelet, but there's only 9, so 9 won't do that, but 10 will. So that's what I did to make the bracelet the right size and keep the pattern going around in kind of in order. So that's how I made the Waterlily bracelet. I hope, here's one that I'll probably pull like that so that the reflection shows a little bit more. If they're crossed, then the reflection doesn't show as much. So that's the Waterlily bracelet. And I've made this video so many times, so I'm hoping this is a good one to have all these bracelets I've made because doing these videos. Okay. Alrighty. Well, thank you. I have a new bracelet I'll show you that I think is kind of neat. I'm going to call it the Chrysanthemum, and it's really full, and I'm hoping to do a video on that one soon. Okay. Bye.